It's GeForce Now Thursday, and today we've got quite the exciting bit of news to cover. From 10 new games hitting the service this week to a new major publisher bringing one of their best games in their catalog to the service. There's a lot to talk about, so let's kick things off with a quick reminder of the 3 years of GFN competition currently going on. If you're not already following GeForce Now over on Twitter or Facebook, I'd recommend you do so as they're holding a contest to win a pretty amazing MSI G-Sync ultrawide monitor, which pairs extremely nicely with the new GeForce Now Ultimate tier. All they're asking for is that you check out their post and share clips or photos of you gaming on GFN. Last week they asked for people to share the best sight they've seen in game. This week it's about sharing your best win. Of course, there are terms and conditions to being eligible for the prize, so be sure to check them out. They usually post it right below the tweet for the contest. I'ma keep it real, I'll be entering myself. That monitor looks pretty slick, and I wish everyone who enters good luck. But for now, let's get to the big news of the day. Capcom is officially heading to GeForce Now, and they are bringing one of the best titles in their catalog to the service, and it's one I've been waiting for so long to show up. I'm talking about none other than Monster Hunter Rise. To be clear, it's not here today, but it will be coming soon, and I'll be letting you all know the moment it drops and be covering it on the channel as well. Ultimate members will be able to enjoy the experience at 4K 120fps, or if they're on ultra-wide, they'll also be able to play in that format at 120fps for that smooth gameplay. Now seriously, I couldn't be more pumped to see the game arrive. The franchise is absolutely fantastic, and it's an absolute ton of fun to play in solo or co-op. It's the type of game you can easily sink hundreds of hours into, and look, the best way I can describe it is that you play as a little guy who fights big monsters to craft armors and weapons out of them, to progressively fight bigger and scarier monsters where every encounter is a boss fight and you have an intense battle on your hands. You can choose to go it alone or bring some friends along with you, the choice is yours, but the gameplay loop is just super fun. Putting my Monster Hunter hype to the side though, I can't stress enough how great it is to see Capcom bring a game to GeForce Now. It's an absolutely massive win for the service as it opens up the possibilities to see other hit franchises like Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, or even Street Fighter in the near future. I also really do believe that Capcom won't be the only new major publisher we see bring games over to GFN this year. Either way, let me know the Capcom game or franchise you'd love to see get brought over to GFN down in the comment section below. Next up, let's talk about some news that just came in mid-recording. It's an update on GeForce Now server upgrades, and it appears that the next cities to light up are Amsterdam and Ashburn. While plenty of other servers are still in the upgrade in progress phase, it's great to see some of them complete, and I'm sure plenty of users will be happy to enjoy the new 4080 SuperPods to really experience some of the best cloud gaming has to offer. Now let's get back on track and talk about the games arriving this week on GFN. We have 10 games in total, with 5 of them being new releases. We'll be taking a look at each one, and up first we've got Labyrinth of Galleria, The Moon Society, which you can pick up over on Steam. It's a dungeon-crawling adventure turn-based strategy game with over 50 hours of exploration alongside a cast of fully customizable companions to do your bidding. You'll be making a variety of packs and puppet soldiers to customize a team of up to 40 fighters to dive into the darkness and discover the secrets with the Labyrinth of Galleria. The game comes from NIS America, and I gotta say it's great to see these JRPGs make their way over. Up next, let's take a look at Wanted Dead, a new release you can pick up on Steam or the Epic Game Store. It's described as a new hybrid slasher shooter from the makers of Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive. The game follows a week in the life of the Zombie Unit, an elite Hong Kong police squad on a mission to uncover a major corporate conspiracy. The game features hack-and-slash melee combat where you'll use a variety of deadly moves and unique finishers to slice and dice, third-person shooter mechanics, and the developers have stated that it's a love letter to the 6th generation of consoles, so if you missed the days and era of the PS2 and GameCube, this might be worth taking a look at. Next up, we have Elderend, a title you can pick up on Steam. It's a gruesome action platformer with RPG elements where you can dismember demonic creatures and terrifying bosses by wielding brutal weapons in intense skill-based combat. The game has a detailed hand-drawn pixel art style with gothic aesthetics, and it is in the Metroidvania style of exploration. The RPG elements will let you customize your experience to best suit your playstyle, from your character's appearance to their skills, stats, and weapons. Now we're taking a look at Wild West Dynasty, an early access title which you can pick up on Steam that will let you build your own ranch, grow it into a settlement, and have more settlers join you. It's a crafting survival title set in the cowboy, settlers, and gunslingers era. The game's being developed by the same studio that brought us Medieval Dynasty, a title that's fairly similar in concept in a different era and is well reviewed on Steam. Chances are if you like that one, you'll like this one as well. The next title is a new release from Ubisoft, and that's The Settlers' New Allies, which you can pick up on Ubisoft Connect February 17th. From my understanding, The Settlers is an old strategy franchise being brought back by Ubisoft with modern-day gameplay mechanics and visuals that offers a whole new world to explore, various game modes against players or AI, and a story-driven campaign set in the world of The Settlers. Truth be told, I'm a little surprised I'm just hearing about this game. I feel like a title from Ubisoft usually gets more marketing than this, so I'll keep an eye out on how it does. But if any of you recognize this franchise, let me know your thoughts on it down in the comment section below. Well, that covers the 5 new releases hitting GFN this week. There are 5 additional titles, the first of which is Across the Obelisk, which is a title you can pick up on Steam. It's described as a co-op RPG deck-building roguelite where you can play solo or with your friends and choose your heroes, unlock items, cards, and craft your deck, and face powerful enemies in deep tactical combat. It features 16 unlockable characters to create your party, over 500 cards and items to choose, craft, and upgrade, procedurally generated systems to make it highly replayable, and events and quests where your decisions affect how the story unfolds. Next up is Captain of Industry, and you can pick it up on Steam. In this title, you land a crew of survivors on an abandoned island and survive. Mine raw materials, grow food, build factories, manufacture products, research new tech, and trade with others. Your goal is to become an industrial superpower, and it's no easy task. You will be put to the test to keep your settlement alive. Definitely a great title for anyone who's into that resource management simulation style game. I will note that it's currently in early access, but it does have plenty of very positive reviews on Steam and people seem to really enjoy it. Now let's look at Cartel Tycoon, which is another title you can pick up on Steam. It's a game inspired by the 80s and 90s narco trade where you expand and conquer, fight off rival thugs, and evade the authorities to earn people's loyalty and strive to overcome the doomed fate of a power-hungry drug lord. It's another top-down RTS resource management style game. Can't say it's for me, but the game does have mostly positive reviews over on Steam. The game does offer a variety of game modes, including a story mode, as well as endless replayability, so you can keep going in a sandbox-style gameplay environment too. Next up is SimRail, the railway simulator. You can pick this up on Steam. In this, you'll master high-speed, long-distance EMU, heavy freight hauls, and suburban trains. You'll travel 500 kilometers of geodetic data, all based on real routes, as you become a train dispatcher and control the traffic according to the schedule or cooperate with other players in a multiplayer mode. This is yet another title in early access with very positive reviews from its player base. Now moving on to the last title, we have War Pips, a game you can pick up on the Epic Games Store. It's described as a quick-to-learn but amazingly deep tug-of-war strategy game where you deploy the right composition of soldiers, tanks, and helicopters as well as planes in this tight, streamlined, strategy-focused war game. The game has fast, streamlined combat with rounds lasting between 10 to 20 minutes, randomized battles so it's different every time you play, and a deep strategy focus that's easy to pick up on but hard to master. The developers have also made it very clear that once you buy the game, you get all of it. There are no microtransactions or any pay-to-win elements as well. And that covers the latest news from this GFN Thursday. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out. And if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. This has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related. And until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.